Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What we're about to discuss might be one of the most surprising and potentially game-changing rumors we've seen in recent NFL history, especially for the Giants. We're talking about a possible blockbuster trade that could shake up not just the NFC East, but the entire league. The name involved: Jalen Waddle, the blazing fast wide receiver from the Miami Dolphins. Yes, you heard it right. There are whispers circulating through league circles, sources close to the NFL suggesting that the Dolphins, who are currently stuck in a bit of a rebuild after Tua Tagovailoa's third concussion in Week 6 of 2025, are seriously considering trading Waddle. And the team they might target: the New York Giants. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like just another rumor, but trust me, there's substance behind these talks. The Dolphins are reportedly open to swapping Waddle for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-round pick in 2027 from the Giants. And why would they do this? Well, aside from the obvious cap space relief of around $22 million, which they want to channel into upgrading their offensive line and secondary youth, there's a bigger picture here. Miami's current record of 2-6, combined with their defense leaking 28 points per game, has them looking for ways to rebuild or retool quickly. Plus, they're prioritizing draft picks to find that next franchise quarterback and bolster their defensive line after extensions for their coaching staff and players like McDaniel. But for the Giants, this could be an absolute game changer. Right now, New York has about $24 million in cap space, which gives them some flexibility to make bold moves, and Waddle fits perfectly into their plans. The idea is that Waddle could be a true catalyst for quarterback Daniel Jones, especially with Waddle's impressive 2025 season, where he racked up 55 receptions, 880 yards, and 6 touchdowns in just 8 games. That's an average of 110 yards per game, a truly explosive figure. And despite missing some snaps early in the season due to a hamstring injury, Waddle has still maintained an elite PFF grade of 90. 6, showcasing his ability to produce and create mismatches. What makes Waddle so enticing for the Giants? Well, for starters, his speed. His max speed of 21. 5 miles per hour is significantly faster than the current receivers on the Giants roster, who average around 19.8 mph. That kind of explosiveness can open up the entire offense, especially in deep routes, stretching defenses and creating space for players like Neighbors, who could benefit hugely from Waddle's presence. Waddle's route running, especially in the slot where he's excelled with a win rate of 78%, outperforms even some of the league's best. His ability to turn short plays into big gains, combined with his YAC, yards after catch, of 6.2 yards per reception makes him a nightmare for defenses. And let's not forget the impact this could have on the Giants' overall passing game. Projected to reach around 200 yards in the upcoming stretch, Waddle would give Daniel Jones a true deep threat, reminiscent of the days when Odell Beckham Jr. was tearing up defenses in New York. This kind of weaponry could elevate the Giants from a team that struggled offensively at times, averaging around 21 points per game, to a real playoff contender capable of competing with the best. The jump to 27 points per game, thanks to Waddle's speed and playmaking ability, would be a significant upgrade, echoing what the Eagles did in 2023 after acquiring more explosive weapons. Now, it's interesting to note how this move could influence the Giants' playoff outlook and odds for the Super Bowl. According to betting odds, with Waddle in the mix, the Giants' chances of winning the Super Bowl could jump dramatically. From plus 5,000 to as high as plus 1,800, that's a massive shift in perception. Waddle's ability to excel in zone defenses, with a projected increase in win probability of around 16% in the playoffs, makes him a genuine X-factor. The data from Next Gen Stats point out that his routes are so explosive that defenses have a tough time neutralizing him, especially in critical moments. His presence would stretch defenses vertically and horizontally, giving Daniel Jones more options and more space to operate. This move would also revive some of the glory days of the Giants' past, bringing a new level of excitement to the offense and perhaps even rekindling memories of the Beckham era. With Waddle's speed and route running, the Giants could become one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFC, making them a true threat in the postseason. The potential synergy with Neighbors, who has shown flashes of brilliance himself, could be a lethal combination. This duo could create mismatches all over the field, forcing defenses to pick their poison. And considering the Giants' cap space and the team's ongoing desire to build around young talent, this trade makes a lot of sense from a strategic standpoint. But of course, nothing is certain yet. The NFL is a league of negotiations, surprises, and strategic moves. The Dolphins might prefer to hold on to Waddle, especially if they believe they can turn things around in 2026. But the pressure from their current situation might push them toward a deal. On the other hand, the Giants, who have been somewhat inconsistent this season but remain in the playoff hunt, could see Waddle as the piece that elevates them into serious contenders. The coaching staff, led by Brian Daboll, would surely be excited about integrating such a game-changer into their scheme, especially with Jones at the helm. And let's not forget, this isn't just about a single player. It's about a shift in division dynamics, a statement to the rest of the league that the Giants are serious about contending now. If they acquire Waddle and he hits the ground running, it could have ripple effects, forcing other teams in the NFC to rethink their strategies. This move could also influence the draft, as the Giants might focus on building around their new weapon, aiming for that elusive Super Bowl appearance that has eluded them since 2011. With Waddle in the mix, the offensive identity of the Giants would take a significant leap forward, transforming them into a high-powered, explosive team that can strike from anywhere on the field. Now, you might be wondering, what's the timeline for something like this? Well, trade talks are always fluid, and if the Dolphins decide to pull the trigger, it could happen before the deadline, potentially even in the coming weeks. The Giants would need to weigh the cost against the benefit, but considering Waddle's talent and the impact he could have, this might be one of those moves that defines a franchise's future for years to come. And as Giants fans, we should be excited about the possibilities. This is the kind of bold move that could shift the balance of power in the NFC East and make the Giants a household name again in the league's upper echelon. Imagine Waddle lining up alongside Neighbors, stretching defenses and helping Daniel Jones unlock new levels of his game. It's a tantalizing prospect, and honestly, it could be the spark that reignites that Super Bowl fire in East Rutherford. So stay tuned, because if this trade goes through, it's going to be a moment to remember. The NFL is always full of surprises, and this one, if it happens, might just be the biggest yet for the New York Giants. The road to Super Bowl LXI could look very different with Waddle on board, and I, for one, can't wait to see how it unfolds. The Giants are on the verge of something special, and whether or not this trade materializes, one thing's certain. This franchise is back in the conversation, and they're ready to make some noise in the NFL landscape. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Waddle would be the perfect piece to elevate this team to new heights? Or do you think the Giants should focus elsewhere in the draft or free agency? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. This kind of discussion is what makes the NFL community so great. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news and insights. We're in for an exciting ride, and I can promise you, the best is yet to come.